Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Now in today's video I'm going to be talking about things I wish I knew playing Dead by Daylight. These are things that I've learned over my time with the game. I had the game on PS4, I've got it on PC, and I've been playing it for quite a while, a lot recently as well. And today I'm going to be going over some things that is going to help beginners at the game, and also things that I wish I knew, and if I did know, it would have helped me in the game. So the first thing on the list is that you can prestige survivors. Now point 1 and point 2, they kind of mix for me. But anyway, point 1 is you can prestige survivors. So when you can level up your character up to level 50, and once you reach level 50, you've got skills and all that, but you can upgrade those skills by prestiging. And it's basically, prestiging takes you right back to level 1 on the character, and you can get back up to level 50 again. And the point in that is that you get better skills, rarer skills, basically upgrading your character more and more. And you can prestige up to 3 times. You can go up to level 50 and then prestige, go back up to level 50 again, and do that 2 more times. And on to our second point, which kind of goes with this. There are pages of perks. So you unlock perks, and you as you unlock perks, it fills up your perk slots for your character. Now when I was playing, I realized that I only had 2 more perk slots, but I didn't realize that you can actually have pages and pages of perk slots. And the reason I was worried about that was because I'm gonna have to use these. I'm gonna have to teach my character the perks that I want, and I've only got 2 more slots to do that, so I'm gonna have to be very, very careful. But also, I didn't realize I could prestige, and if I knew I could prestige to get better skills, then I wouldn't have been worried about only having 2 perk slots anyway. But that wouldn't matter at all, because you can unlock as many perks as you can, because there are pages of perks you can unlock. Now on to our third point, you can teach other survivors perks. Now I don't know why this didn't click in my head, but because the game tells you it when you hit like level 20 or something on your character. But let's say there's a perk you want, but on a different character. If you go through the character's blood web, which is the leveling up system in the game, you can unlock a thing where you can teach other survivors perks. So let's say what I'm trying to do right now is Nia in the game has a perk, balanced landing, and I'm trying to teach Steve that perk. So what I need to do is I need to level up Nia's skill tree until she reaches the point where I can unlock the thing to teach Steve the perk, and then all I've got to do is level up Steve's blood web and up until until balanced landing appears, and then I unlock balanced landing and I can put it on Steve. So it's it can be confusing. Again, as I said, this video is for new players to the game, which everyone's a new player at one point. Maybe you didn't know these things, maybe you did. But on to point 4 is what totems do. So there are 2 types of totems, dull totems and hex totems. Each map spawns with 5 totems, and what you do to the totems is you cleanse them, and that takes 14 seconds to complete. And if you let go of cleansing, it resets if the survivor interrupts it. And the killer can increase the time by using the perk Hex Thrill of the Hunt, which I'll explain in a minute. And if the killer equips one of the hex perks, a hex totem will be created and will replace one of the dull totems. So now I'm going to move on to what hex perks do. So I just explained what hex perks do a little bit, but we're going to go into Hex Thrill of the Hunt, which is a hex perk that the killer can unlock and use. So Hex Thrill of the Hunt will decrease a survivor's cleansing speed based on how many totems are left on the map, and will also notify the killer. This is the interesting part. If you're cleansing the Hex Thrill of the Hunt totem, it will notify the killer that you're doing that, and he will come straight over to you. So I've had to cleanse totems many times in the game, and I didn't actually know that the killer knows when I'm cleansing it. And he came right over to me, and I was so confused. But anyway, on to our next point. Now, Freddy Krueger is a killer in the game, and he can put you in a nightmare state. Now, actually, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, were confused about this, and I'm sure a lot of you still are confused if you're new to the game, or you're going to pick up the game after the video and play, and you'll know these tips. So, the first thing that being in the reason you'll want to wake up from the nightmare state is the terror radius is replaced with the lullaby. So instead of hearing where, like, if the terror radius is what you hear, like the heartbeat when the killer is chasing you, instead of that you'll hear a lullaby, and you have no idea how close the killer is, whether he's chasing you or not, because it'll just get louder and quieter. Unlike the heartbeat, it's random. But anyway, on to our second point. Only sleeping survivors are affected by his traps, so if one of your teammates is asleep, you'll want to be awake so his traps don't affect you. And on to point 3. Certain add-ons add action speed penalties for sleeping survivors. So of course, there's so many negatives to being in it anyway. And number 4, if they are using dream pallets, which are basically fake pallets that he can put up, you'll want to wake up often to see which are real and toss down any fake ones you notice next time you fall asleep, because having fake pallets there is just confusing you, and if you're being chased by the killer, you're going to want to know if the killer's chasing you. If you throw down this pallet, is he just going to slice through it and kill you anyway? And on to point 7, what different keys do. So if you don't know what a key is, it is an item in the game, and there are 3 different keys you can get. The broken key, which basically is useless, it requires add-ons for any abilities. Then you've got the dull key, which can be consumed to open the hatch. So if you find the hatch in the game, you don't have to wait till you're the last survivor left for it to open automatically. You can just open it right there and then and get a hatch escape right there. And then the skeleton key does the exact same thing. It can be consumed to open the hatch. And yeah, if you find the hatch straight away, you can just escape. And if you're talking to your friends, you'd be like, oh, I've got a key, I found the hatch, get over here. And you can all just escape. And on to our last point, point 8, what NOED and exposed do to the survivor. Now, NOED, which stands for No One Escapes Death, is a hex perk that the killer can equip. If the killer has NOED equipped and there is still a dull totem on the map, it will change into a hex totem for the survivors to find and cleanse. When the exit gates are powered, NOED activates, and the survivors in the match suffer from the exposed status effect, and the killer's movement speed is increased. When the exposed status effect is active, the killer can down survivors in one hit with his or her basic attack. So it's really dangerous, because you'll get hit once, you're down, and you can't do much. But anyway, that is all the tips I've got for the videos, or things that I wish I knew playing Dead by Daylight. These are really useful tips. If there's any questions you got in the comments that I didn't put on this list, or things you're a bit confused about, leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them, or maybe I'll make a part 2 if we get enough comments. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like on it. If this is your first time on my channel, make sure you go check out a couple of my other videos, and also don't forget to subscribe. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave you with the last bit of gameplay right now, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.
I shouldn't have spoke, cause you didn't feel the same way about me, and it's eating me alive all of the time, so I'd rather keep my distance from